Session 6, Origins and Related Words. 1. The straighteners. The orthopedist is so called from the Greek roots orthos, straight or correct, and paidos, child. The orthopedist, by etymology, straightens children. The term was coined in 1741 by the author of a textbook on the prevention of childhood diseases. At that time, the correction of spinal curvature in children was a main concern of practitioners of orthopedics. Today, the specialty treats deformities, injuries, and diseases of the bones and joints, of adults as well as children, of course, often by surgical procedures. Adjective, orthopedic. Orthodontia, the straightening of teeth, is built on orthos plus odontos, tooth. The orthodontist specializes in improving your bite, retracting buck teeth, and by means of braces and other techniques, seeing to it that every molar, incisor, bicuspid, etc. is exactly where it belongs in your mouth. Adjective, orthodontic. 2. The heart. Cardiologist combines Greek cardia, heart, and logos, science. The specialty is cardiology, the adjective cardiological. So a cardiac condition refers to some malfunctioning of the heart. A cardiogram is an electrically produced record of the heartbeat. The instrument that produces this record is called a cardiograph. 3. The nervous system. Neurologist derives from Greek neuron, nerve, plus logos, science. Specialty, neurology, adjective, neurological. Neuralgia is acute pain along the nerves and their branches. The word comes from neuron plus algos, pain. Neuritis is inflammation of the nerves. Neurosis, combining neuron with osis, a suffix meaning abnormal or diseased condition, is not, despite its etymology, a disorder of the nerves, but rather, as described by the late Eric Byrne, a psychiatrist, an illness characterized by excessive use of energy for unproductive purposes so that personality development is hindered or stopped. A man who spends most of his time worrying about his health, counting his money, plotting revenge, or washing his hands, can hope for little emotional growth. Neurotic is both the adjective form and the term for a person suffering from neurosis. 4. The mind. A neurosis is not a form of mental unbalance. A full-blown mental disorder is called a psychosis, a word built on Greek psyche, spirit, soul, or mind, plus osis. A true psychotic has lost contact with reality, at least with reality as most of us perceive it, though no doubt psychotic. Note that this word, like neurotic, is both a noun and an adjective. People have their own form of reality, built on psyche plus iatria, medical healing. A psychiatrist, by etymology, is a mind healer. The specialty is psychiatry. The adjective is psychiatric. Pediatrics, as you know, is also built on iatria, as is podiatry, discussed in the next chapter, and geriatrics, the specialty dealing with the particular medical needs of the elderly. This word combines iatria with Greek geris, old age. The specialist is a geriatrician. The adjective is geriatric. Review of etymology. Root, suffix meaning. 1. Orthos, straight, correct. 2nd child, ped, child. 3rd odontos, tooth. 4th heart. 5 logos, science, study. 6th neuron, nerve. 7th algos, pain. 8. Osis, abnormal or diseased condition. 9-itis, inflammation. 10. Psyche, spirit, soul, mind. 11th iatria, medical healing. 12th geras, old age. Using the words. Can you pronounce the words? 1. Orthopedics. 2nd orthopedic. 3rd orthodontia. 4th orthodontist. 5th orthodontic. 6th cardiology. 7th cardiological. 8th cardiac. 9th cardiogram. 10th cardiograph. Can you pronounce the words? 1. Neurology. 2nd neurological. 3rd neuralgia. 4th neuritis. 5th neurosis. 6th neurotic. 7th psychosis. 8th psychotic. 9th psychiatry. 10th psychiatric. 11th geriatrics. 12th geriatrician, 13th geriatric. Can you work with the words? A. Nerve pain. B. Specialty dealing with medical problems of the elderly. C. Straightening of teeth. D. Inflammation of the nerves. E. Treatment of skeletal deformities. Can you work with the words? A record of heartbeats. B. Mental unbalance. C. Emotional disturbance. D. Treatment of personality disorders. E. Instrument for recording heartbeats. Do you understand the words? 1. A gynecologist's patients are mostly men. True or false? 2. Ophthalmology is the study of eye diseases. True or false? 3rd. Orthopedics is the specialty dealing with the bones and joints. True or false? 4. A cardiac patient has a heart ailment. True or false? 5. A person with a bad bite may profit from orthodontia. True or false? 6. Neuralgia is a disease of the bones. True or false? 7. A neurosis is the same as a psychosis. True or false? 8. Neuritis is inflammation of the nerves. True or false? 9. Psychiatry is a medical specialty that deals with mental, emotional, and personality disturbances. True or false? 10. A cardiograph is a device for recording heartbeats. True or false? 11. Psychiatric treatment is designed to relieve tensions, fears, and insecurities. True or false? 12. A doctor who specializes in pediatrics has very old patients. True or false? 13. A geriatrician has very young patients. True or false? Can you recall the words? First specialist who straightens teeth. Second, nerve pain. Third, medical specialty dealing with bones and joints. Fourth, medical specialty dealing with emotional disturbances and mental illness. Fifth, inflammation of the nerves. Sixth, emotional or personality disorder. 7, mentally unbalanced. 8, pertaining to the heart. Ninth specialty dealing with medical problems of the elderly. 10th instrument that records heart action. 11th record produced by such an instrument. Chapter review. A. Do you recognize the words? 1. Specialist in female ailments. A. Obstetrician. B. Gynecologist. C. Dermatologist. Second specialist in children's diseases. A. Orthopedist. B. Pediatrician. C. Internist. Third specialist in eye diseases. A. Cardiologist. B. Ophthalmologist. C. Optician. Fourth specialist in emotional disorders. A. Neurologist. B. Demagogue. C. Psychiatrist. 5. Pertaining to medical treatment of the elderly. A. Neurological. B. Obstetric. C. Geriatric. 6. Straightening of teeth. A. Orthodontia. B. Orthopedic. C. Optometry. 7. Personality disorder. A. Neuritis. B. Neuralgia. C. Neurosis. 8. Mentally unbalanced. A. Neurotic. B. Psychotic. C. Cardiac. 9. Principles of teaching. A. Demagoguery. B. Pedagogy. C. Psychosis. B. Can you recognize roots? Root meaning primus internus, internist. Diva paidos, piedi. Pediatrician. Third pedis, pedestrian. Fourth agogos, pedagogue. 5 demos, demagogue. 6 derma, dermatologist. 7 hypos, hypodermic. 8 ophthalmos, ophthalmologist. 9th oculus, monocle. 10 opsis, optikos. Optician. 11 metron, main. Optometrist. 12th orthos, orthopedist. 13 odontos, orthodontist. 14 cardia, cardiologist. 15 logos, anthropologist. 16 neuron, neurologist. Algos, neuralgia. Psyche, psychiatrist. Iatreia, psychiatry. Geras, geriatrics. Teaser questions for the amateur etymologist. 1. thinking of the roots odontos and paidos, spelled ped in English, figure out the meaning of pedodontia. 2. Recall the roots cardia and algos. What is the meaning of cardiologia? 3. Of odontalgia? 4. Nostos is the Greek word for a return, home. Can you combine this root with algos, pain, to construct the English word meaning homesickness? 2 keys to success: self-discipline and persistence. You can achieve a superior vocabulary in a phenomenally short time, given self-discipline and persistence. The greatest aid in building self-discipline is, as I have said, a matter of devising a practical and comfortable schedule for yourself and then keeping to that schedule. Make sure to complete at least 1 session each time you pick up the book, and always decide exactly when you will continue with your work before you put the book down. There may be periods of difficulty, then is the time to exert the greatest self-discipline, the most determined persistence. For every page that you study will help you attain a mastery over words. Every day that you work will add to your skill in understanding and using words. End of Session 6.